About 2 years ago, when I was 30, despite having been a personal trainer for years, despite me understanding quite well how the human body can fall apart, I needed physical therapy. How the hell did that happen? By neglecting the fundamentals. That's how. And cockiness, too. So what had happened was I was neglecting self-myofascial release. I was not rolling out at all. Why? Because it took up a little too much time. I'm young, I can handle it a bit. What a fucking idiot I was. As I was doing pistol squats one day, single leg squatting, I felt an odd pain in my upper leg near my groin. And then I figured, okay, this has happened a few times in a row. I guess I'll, for the first time in years, just not exercise for a week. Let me see how it is. I did that, felt bad about it because I didn't skip a workout in like several years. And still, it was there. And especially when I jogged or did anything strenuous, I felt it again. And yeah, since I understood how important it is to treat your one and only body has to be treated super well, not well enough to prevent this apparently. Since I understood the importance of your one body, I sought out a physical therapist. I had to put my ego aside for that one because being a personal trainer, I'm having to go to a physical therapist for neglecting training it's embarrassing, to be quite honest with you. Turns out I pulled a muscle. I guess you can't do pistol squats all the time and not recover properly, I guess. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. I got better after months. Moral of the story, never forget the fundamentals and always roll out. That's really important. No matter what it is, if a basic part of your routine is wrong, then there's a very good chance you're just going to get better at being wrong. And getting really good at being wrong is the same thing as getting worse. So the longer it takes for you to correct yourself, correct your foundation, the more damage you're going to have to undo. And it's going to take you a lot longer to get back on track too. So some people may disagree with me. They may think, oh, but everything's been fine so far. Why should I change? I'm a little too good to do the fundamentals now. I can just skip that shit. Imagine a guy jumping off of a 100-story building. As he's falling down, passes the 50th floor, he's thinking, so far, so good. That's you. You're the one thinking so far, so good. You need to understand the path that you're on is not going to end well. Okay? Do not neglect the fundamentals. And some other people may think, oh, they see this other guy. He doesn't do all that shit. He just does the advanced, the cool stuff. That's okay. You can watch him. You can watch his body break down as he turns 58. Okay. It's whatever. Just, if you don't want to listen, that's totally fine. But the fundamentals are fundamental for a reason. If you constantly keep the fundamentals so here's the thing. Here's a quote from Michael Jordan I love. Get the fundamentals down and the level of everything you do will rise. So if your foundation is amazing, you can build on top of it more easily. So more advanced knowledge will come to you more easily that way. You can avoid wasting your time building bad habits too. If there's a crack in your foundation, you keep building on it, eventually it's just going to collapse. It's just not going to work out. And if we're talking about fitness, that means you can avoid injuring yourself and needing physical therapy like a fucking idiot. And to be, poetic or visual, you can build your house. If you focus on your fundamentals, you'll be building your house with stone and concrete instead of with crooked sticks or something. That way you won't die in a wreckage of your own making for being fucking lazy. So whatever the fundamentals are, don't skip them unless there's been like a massive change in what the fundamentals actually are. So if they haven't changed, just stick with them because again, they are fundamental for a reason. They form your foundation for a reason. Imagine In, and I keep talking about Dragon Ball. So in Dragon Ball, you understand that these warriors can bust planets at this point, right? Can you imagine if Goku did not work on his footwork, his blocking, his dodging, his ki control, all this stuff? Imagine he never did that. He could not reach the points, the heights that he reaches later. You need to build the fundamentals so then you can build on top of them. All right, imagine Goku went Super Saiyan Blue and he couldn't fucking dodge anything. That wouldn't do him any good, right? Like, yeah, your hair is blue, but you get punched in the face every single time. It doesn't matter at that point, right? So you need to get that down 100%. Whatever the fundamentals are, fitness, some other skill, instrumentation, anything, especially big in music. If you fuck up the fundamentals, then you are super screwed there. So whatever it is, don't forget it, because if your foundation is shit, everything will crumble.